Welcome back. Just before the break, I was just talking to Ludka Zimochak, who is an attorney and a member of the NPZ law group. We were discussing about H-1 visas, and just before the break, Ludka was explaining about what kind of requirements of eligibility are there for the H-1 applicant, and he was talking about sometimes you got to have a bachelor's degree. In some cases, a person, a lot of times in India, the Indian degree, certain degrees are okay, mostly engineering and medicine, they are okay. Certain degrees are 3 years degree, and that's not okay. So they are 1 year short. So what we do is to look at the experience of the person in the same field, a professional kind of experience. And the rule of the thumb generally is 3 years of that qualifying experience may give him 1 year of college. I explain people like this. You need a glass of orange juice to do something, okay? But your glass of orange is only 3/4 full. You need a 1/4 to bring some orange juice, not apple juice, from some other source. Put that in the glass, make it full, and that makes the equivalency based upon education and experience. You correct?
Yeah, definitely, and
okay.
It happens
now let's
very
go
often.
Forward. What else? Let us say the person says, yes, I have a master's degree based upon combination of education and experience. So apply for my H-1. That enough, or you need more?
It's definitely not enough. We have to look at the position. So it's very important that I do know what type of position it is and what are the requirements for the position. Because if the position is a secretary, it's not enough that a person has a master's degree.
Perfect, very good.
The position has to require at least a bachelor's degree, or it is common in the industry to require a bachelor's degree.
Not only a degree, but that degree has to be in the same field.
Yes.
Because I said there was a guy who had a PhD or master's in agricultural field, and he got a job as a computer science. Now this doesn't match. No, good, he may have a PhD. He said, oh, but I have a PhD. Yeah, you have a PhD, but my friend, you have a job as a computer programmer or analyst. So that's also very important to consider. Or somebody says, actually had a MBA, actually real cases, MBA. And there was a small grocery store in US. And he said, oh, he will hire me as a manager, H-1 visa. I say, why would a small grocery store need an MBA? There were 2 people working in the whole store, it doesn't make sense. So that's another thing to look whether that kind of fits in. But I have a client who has got about 200 or 300 grocery stores in all over the country, big headquarters. That's fine.
Then it's going to work.
So same thing if somebody says only one small Dunkin' Donut or some 7-Eleven, and we say, but that may not be enough for MBA because you just mentioned the practice and custom in the industry.
Yes.
So I look at the small grocery stores, you look at the Dunkin' Donuts, look at the 7-Elevens, one single outstanding alone kind of business. How many of them have MBAs? 0 maybe, 1 maybe. So that's very, very important point, right?
Yes.
What else? So let's say that, okay, he said I have an employer, everything is fine, matches, education, job duties, everything. What else do you need from the employer? Or what is obligations, or what goes into your H-1 processing application, the petition?
Very important point is to look at the offered salary, because as you know, there is a prevailing wage. So if they tell me we need somebody with MBA degree, the position is financial analyst, but then they tell me, but the salary is going to be 20,000.
Yes, all the time.
That's probably not going to work.
Yeah.
So we usually do look, we go to Department of Labor and we see what type of salary for that type of city or that type of area is common. And then we discuss it if it's even doable. Because if they want to pay $5, $6, $7 per hour, that's probably not going to work.
Exactly. That means that is really not real.
No.
What he's saying that is going to be senior programmer analyst and $10 an hour, that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
But this is a requirement of the law. You are basically at this point talking about a labor certification attestation.
Yes.
One of the things that is needed on H-1, that form has to be completed by the employer. An employer actually guaranteeing to the Department of Labor, I will pay the prevailing wage for this occupation to him. So if an American workers, American companies are paying maybe around 70,000, he is guaranteeing, I will also pay 70,000.
And
right?
he has to.
And he has to. I mean, little exception. I'm just you know, tell you and the viewers also. There's a part-time H1 also.
Yes.
Now, sometimes people come in and they say, okay, but how if I work part-time? Obviously, the salary will go down based upon the number of hours.
Yeah.
Right. So, but then he has to work only part-time.
Yeah, it's fine. And it could be as low as 5 hours, 6 hours per week. It doesn't matter.
Is there a quota for H1s in a year only? Because we hear when they apply in April of the year, first, 1 day and 2 days, all numbers are gone. How many numbers are there?
Yes, there are 65,000 H-1Bs, and there are additional 20,000 for master's level and PhD level applicants.
Yeah.
So, but yes, you're right. This year they were gone first week.
Like this.
Yep.
No, but there are some type of jobs or occupations for which there's cap exempt. The cap doesn't apply, right? What kind of cases are those?
It doesn't apply to universities.
So it doesn't apply in extensions, clearly.
Yeah, it doesn't apply. Or to transfers. If you want to change your H-1B to a different employer, it doesn't apply. Or if you are going to work for a university,
they're exempt, or some
they're
certain
exempt,
non-profit organizations.
or non-profit with the some type of research organizations that are connected with the government.
Correct.
Then it doesn't apply, and you can apply at any point during the year.
I think once again it's time for a short break. Let us take short break, and right after the break, Ludka will continue to give you more information on H-1B. So stay tuned. We will be back.